Hi everyone, I'm Beth and welcome to Audemic Academy, where we talk about some of the important issues from the research community to make your research journey easier and smoother. It's no secret that doing a PhD can be a stressful experience, so it's not uncommon for doctoral students to experience issues with their mental health, such as depression or anxiety. So in today's video, we'll be talking about some of the constructive ways that you can look after your mental well-being during the doctoral experience. You've got to know what the problem is in order to solve it. So today we're going to talk through some of the common causes of stress for PhD students and ways in which you can protect your mental health during your doctoral journey. As a PhD student, you're going to have a lot on your plate, whether that be planning experiments, spending time in the lab, writing up your findings, researching for your thesis topic, writing your thesis, applying for grants, teaching undergrads, you name it. With all of these responsibilities, it can become easy to get swamped with too many things to do and not enough time to do them. This intensive workload and pressure to perform all your tasks to a high enough standard is a common stressor for PhD students. Everyone knows the phrase, time flies when you're having fun. Well, it turns out time flies even faster when you're busy. 3.5 years might sound a long time to complete your thesis, but it can go pretty quickly when you throw in all of the different things that you need to do to complete your research. As well as spending time with friends and family, it can go pretty quickly. The pressure intensifies towards the end of your PhD. As your thesis submission deadline looms large and trying to find out what you're going to do next, it can all become a lot. Another sort of time pressure that you might encounter during your PhD is anxiety about what to do for the long term and what to do after you finish your PhD. Jobs in academia are scarce, so in your final year of your PhD, a lot of time can be taken up with figuring out what it is that you want to do after your PhD, as well as applying for jobs. In fact, PhD students can often struggle with everyday things that are completely unrelated to their PhD. This can be caused by a variety of different things, such as falling out with a friend or partner, or maybe you feel homesick, especially if you're studying abroad. With all of the doctoral specific things that you have to think about, it's worth remembering that it's perfectly normal to have non-academic worries. If you'd like to learn more about some of the factors affecting mental health of PhD researchers, then please check out the link below to find out more. So what can we do to alleviate some of these stresses and anxieties during our PhD? Luckily, there are loads of strategies that can be used to protect your mental well-being. Here are 4 ideas that can help you feel happier and more comfortable when completing your PhD. Diversify your activities. One of the major pitfalls of doing a PhD is that you can get into the mindset that the only thing that matters is your research. And this can cause a whole lot of stress. An easy way to alleviate this is to take a small amount of time out of your day and dedicate it specifically to non-research activities. A great option for this is to join a society. Most universities have society fairs or lots of details on their University Union website about different societies which you can join. They can range from boxing to musical theatre. The choice is endless. It's an added bonus if your preferred activity involves being outside and getting some fresh air. Numerous studies have shown a positive link between exercise and improved mental well-being. This is due to improved blood flow and release of endorphins. Whatever your chosen activity, spending time away from your research with like-minded people in a leisurely setting can do wonders for your mental health. Get into a good sleep schedule. With all the deadlines involved in doing a PhD, it can be tempting to work late into the evening in order to get everything done. Whilst it's almost unavoidable that you'll have some late nights, it's important to remember to not let this become a habit. Instead, stick to a regimented sleep schedule as much as possible, because getting enough regular sleep has proven benefits to happiness and contentment. For one, the psychological benefits are huge. The sense of routine that you can get from waking up and going to bed at the same time each day can really help you feel centered and on top of things. Not to mention the improved cognitive capacities from getting enough rest each night, which most researchers estimate is between 7 and 9 hours. In addition to that, regularly getting enough sleep can have a positive physiological impact on your body by reducing the amount of cortisol in your system. Cortisol is often referred to as the stress hormone, and it's a hormone produced by the body that's aimed at kicking the fight or flight response into gear. In times of stress, your cortisol levels naturally increase. So getting enough sleep can bring that system back into balance and help you feel more level-headed and grounded. As well as this, getting enough sleep can improve your immune system, meaning that you're less likely to catch infections or colds. Talk to people. It may sound obvious, but talking to people is one of the best ways to alleviate stress. At first port of call, you might want to look into options to talk to a trained mental health counsellor. Most universities offer support in this area, with many hosting workshops or classes where you can talk about your experiences with a trained mental health professional, either in a group or one-to-one setting. Another place to turn might be your friends and family. Whilst they might not be able to give structured advice like a mental health professional, they're the people that know you the best, so they might be able to offer advice that's right for you. Whatever you decide to do and whoever you decide to talk to, the act of talking about your problems can really help and alleviate some of the stress. If you don't feel like you want to talk to someone that you know, then there are plenty of options available, such as speaking to someone anonymously. We've included a couple of links below, so check them out. Ask for help. A lot can be expected of you sometimes as a PhD student, but you're not a superhero. Everybody needs to ask for help sometimes. If you're seriously struggling to meet certain deadlines or having difficulty performing a particular task, then the person that you might want to talk to is your supervisor. They might be able to offer creative solutions to help make your research less time-consuming and more efficient. And if it's all getting too much, it might be a good idea to take some official time of rest, to take time away from your research, recuperate, and come back with a fresh mind and fresh perspective. At the end of the day, your supervisors are there to support you and be your mentor, not your prison warden. They are there to help you get the most out of your academic journey. As well as that, faculty staff aren't completely consumed by the academic system. They're there to support you and make sure that your time as a PhD student is comfortable, happy, and they have an interest in making sure that you have a good experience. That being said, your supervisor might not be the best person to talk to if you're seriously struggling with your mental health. If you are really struggling, we suggest seeking out some professional mental health support. In the description, we've included a link to the NHS Mental Health Services page, so if you are struggling, please check that out. Conclusion. It's important to remember that this list isn't exhaustive. There are many potential strategies that you can use that might just be right for you to help improve your mental well-being as a PhD student. We've included some resources in the description that you might want to check out, but it's worth remembering that it's important to do your own research and find out what's available to you at your own institution or university. Looking after your mental health will always take time, but in the long run, it will not only help your research, but more importantly, it will help you become a calm, more confident, and at ease individual aside from your academic responsibilities. Whatever you're doing in life, it's always a good idea to take a step back and look after number one. I'm Beth, and this is Audemic Academy. If you like this video, then please leave a comment and consider subscribing to our channel where you can find more handy videos on various topics around the world of research.